It's that time again. Time for another siege battle in Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD. My name is Pixelated-TEDAPO-LLOSVE. Thank you so much for stopping by. And this is a 2 vs 2 online battle. And just look at these civilians. Look at how they walk around the bushes. They don't go around the bushes. They go over the bush. It looks like everyone's going like parkour mode or something. Like parkour. They're under siege, about to get slaughtered, or could potentially get slaughtered. And what are you looking at? Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, he's going back. All right. Anyways, I mean, what do they do? Seriously, guys, just go around. Why have these little bushes here if you're just gonna hop over them? I don't get it. But let's look at this castle here. Let's move on to something good. This great castle looks fantastic. Obviously, they added the Bretonian settlements or buildings from the Warhammer game. It looks so good. This has got to be one of my favorite settlements so far, just by the style. It looks fantastic. It's definitely something worth fighting for, and I would certainly fight my heart out for a castle or settlement that looks this good. But let's look at the defenders here today that are going to be defending this settlement. So one army is the first army here is the Kingdom of Norway. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. And then the next army is the Duchy of Saxony. So that's the two defenders. And the two attackers, we have the Kingdom of Jerusalem in Cyprus. And helping the Kingdom of Jerusalem, we have the Kingdom of Sicily. Excellent. Really cool factions. I'm excited about this one. So let's now look at the army comps, and then we can get this bloodbath underway. So the first army here we'll look at is the Kingdom of Norway. And looking at their army comps, you can see it on the screen. Not a very diverse roster or army comp. They are fielding pretty much two different units. They've got the squires here, which is pretty much the sergeants of. Oh, look at the officer. That is awesome. But yeah, it's the sergeants of their army. They're called squires, but it's in like Norwegian or something. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not gonna try. And then the rest of their army is consisting of like 7 or so of the Orkney Islanders, which is a really cool archer unit because they're so versatile. They're great with their bows, and they also take the shields off their backs once they run out of arrows or they have to quickly join a fight. They'll pick up their swords and they'll hold the front line. They also have a catapult, and they have their king, the King of Norway, back here. Now looking at his ally, which of course is the Saxony, or no, not the Saxony of Duchy, it's the Duchy of Saxony. He's bringing some peasant archers. He's got some spears sergeants for spears, which is always helpful. He's got 2 units of pikemen, which are great at holding choke points. He's bringing sergeants for his main infantry corps. And the more I play this mod, the more I realize that sergeants, they're just like the workhorse of this mod, the workhorse of all units. They're not too expensive, not too cheap, and they will fight their hearts out. He also has some halberdier, mercenary Swiss halberdiers, and some crossbows, and that's the gist of his army. We'll now move on to the Kingdom of Jerusalem, and we're gonna go really fast through these. So he's got some crossbows, he's got 2 catapults, he's bringing some dismounted hospitaller knights, which is one of my favorite units because they look so awesome. And then back here, he's also got some gunners, so nice gunpowder ability there. He's also bringing the Templar Dismounted Knight Brothers. Very shiny. The sun is just, look at this guy. Like, what is this? What kind of clothing are you wearing that it's that reflective? And then back here, he has his general. This is a special general. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but his first name is John. That I can pronounce, but it's pretty cool looking general. And then he's got some men-at-arms in the back as well, just to protect his army in case they charge out. And oh, he's got more cav over here. The French regiment. Cool. Very cool. So that's the gist of the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Now the final army, Sicily. They are fielding some Muslim archers. And I always like Sicily in Medieval 2 because they had Muslim archers and they were pretty good. So hopefully the Muslim archers in this mod are pretty good. And he has the Spadaccini, which is swordsman in Italian, I believe. They're the standard for most Italian factions. Pretty solid there. They're kind of like sergeants. In the back, he's got some spears. He's got a catapult, and he has a great bombard. Oh, which is already fire. Look at the angle. Did you see? Okay, what? That just blew my mind. Okay, so it looked like it should be shooting straight forward, but the cannonball went this way. Like what? Physics, man, they don't exist. Okay, so he's got some Aragonese nobles for his cav. And yeah, those are the armies, and I think this battle's already underway just based on the Great Bombard firing into the structure here, the settlement. Now it would be tragic for these buildings to go down because they're so gorgeous and beautiful, and they're definitely worth defending for, or fighting for, defending for. So we'll see what happens, see how much destruction he can do. We do have some catapult rounds going in this way. I don't know if he's trying to take out these sergeants. I think what he's trying to do. Oh, took out the tower. He could be going for the tower or the wall. It's really tough to say because catapults from that distance are not very accurate, but the crossbows are now moving forward as well to try to soften up the defenders. So that's always a great idea to send them up because you can really just, you know, slowly chip away at the troops before you even engage your melee. But it is risky because you do leave your crossbows out in the open, and a unit like crossbows that has such great AP attack, you want to make sure they last until late game in case they try to hold small choke points, and you gotta, you know, really just obliterate those forces because, you know, whenever they have troops just standing there, it's always great to have crossbows and guns and whatnot, but they are firing down the troops. Firing down the defenders, but they are taking a lot of heat here from the enemy arrow towers, which are pretty ridiculous in Attila. The other army, the Sicilians, are moving forward, and at this point of the battle, it's all about timing. You want to attack together with your ally, and it looks like the timing is pretty good. You can see that the siege towers here might get to the wall a little bit before the Kingdom of Jerusalem, but really it's a matter of seconds, so it's not going to be a big deal. Whenever whenever you're attacking and you have an ally that just never goes in with you, unless it's a very strange situation and you don't want them to, most of the time, I would say like 90% of the time, you got to attack together at once and overwhelm your forces, or the defending forces. That's the best way of breaking down these Attila defenses, because if you go in with a couple troops, they'll just get focused down, or if you go in alone, you'll just get focused down. But pretty soon these towers, they're gonna unleash the great warriors of Sicily upon the kingdom of Norway. They're getting nervous. They're setting up some infantry. I'm so glad that the defenders are trying to fight for the walls, because these arrow towers are going to give them those extra kills that might be the deciding factor for this battle. We'll see. We'll see how many kills the arrow towers can get. So far, they're just shooting all over the place. We do have some structures burning over here. Oh, hold on. We got Jerusalem actually is going to be the first ones to get to the wall. He's got some ministerial foot soldiers, spear unit that are going to be able to climb up here. And if they can get up there fast enough. Oh, no, the peasant archers are breaking. So they're falling back. We've got some casualties here on the walls already. And the troops are now climbing up here, ready to take this castle with force. Oh, now we got the Sicilians charging in, guys. The swordsmen, they're storming in every direction, every open area. They're coming down, and this is going to be really challenging. Excuse me. But these guys are forming shield wall, which should help them out a little bit. But they are outnumbered, and they are going to have a very tough task ahead of them. There's another charge. This might be the first infantry collision here. Nope, they're just gonna walk away. That's a good idea. Just don't engage. Just don't fight them. Just double team a different unit. Oh no, do we have any infantry? Oh, here we go. So he's actually trying to push through the gate here, which is a great idea. He needs to capture the gate. Oh, the towers have been captured already, and they crumble to the ground. Oh wait, and then they reappear. What sorcery is this? No, it's just the mod, guys. It happens. It's not going to be perfect, though I think it's perfect. So yeah, this is nice volley from the archers there. Now we got some infantry support coming in. Let me go ahead and turn on the HUD so you have a better idea what's happening here. Yeah, the swordsmen are just pushing on the flanks. Now we got some spears going down the center, and these brave squires are holding shoulder to shoulder, fighting together. Even the civilians, look at the civilians are getting in on it. Oh, they're getting wrecked though. Oh, now we have catapult fire coming in. I don't know whose catapult that was. I don't know if it's friendly or enemy. I love watching the civilians fight. I don't think they can actually get kills. I've never seen a civilian kill anyone. I don't know if you guys have seen any civilians kill a soldier, but most of the time they're just like, practice for the soldiers to get kills. We got this goal-looking fellow. Nope, he's dead. Oh, and he took an arrow. Did you see that? He took an arrow to the head. All right, we got more fighting down this road. And the Kingdom of Jerusalem are breaking through, and they're easily cutting down these squires because they are the dismounted Hospitaller Knights. They're pretty effective at just, you know, cutting through that armor, penetrating that armor with the great halberds. And now the Duchy of Saxony, they're trying to hold off the enemy here. It looks like this is where they're going to stand their ground. He does have one infantry unit kind of protecting his archers, protecting some of these islanders here. They are getting attacked on this other side, though. He's got his sergeants, early period sergeants. That's going to be brutal. That's going to be a tough fight for these early period sergeants. And I love that arrow tower back there. Such a cool looking environment. They have made such great progress on this mod. Awesome. A great push from the Kingdom of Jerusalem. This is a big problem right here. Let's get a bird's eye view, see what's going on. The city is burning, and maybe they're purposely trying to burn it because remember they get to debuff the enemy when, or nerf, I should say, the enemy when they start burning buildings. They'll start to lose. See, if we look, yeah, -1 morale, -1 attack and defense. Already, because they burned down, let's see, how many percentage? 5%, that's it? That's all it takes to get -1? That's crazy. More artillery coming in from the attacking side, which is really risky because he could hit his own men. But the city is burnt over here. A lot of brave soldiers dead, bleeding out on the battlefield. Or the settlement. The floor of the settlement. He better retreat his archers. Maybe he's being a little aggressive with his archers because they can hold their own in melee. No, he is going to fall back. There he goes. No, wait. No, he's going in. Okay. And more civilians are joining the fight. Look at this guy. They got little clubs. Oh, my God. Yeah. The same animation. Dead. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, wow. Okay, so the defenders are holding over here. Look at this. Yeah, he sent up some Orkney Islanders, and he's got his squires, and they're cheering. They've had a successful defense, but now they got to push towards the center and support the center because they are losing there. I love it. I love all these arrows and artillery rounds, catapult rounds flying through the air. Archers are focusing down these. Oh yes, here comes Jerusalem. These halberdiers are the Hospitaller Knights. They're very exhausted. Look at how they're marching, but they continue to push on. There's the defending artillery now flying in, trying to get some good hits. Oh geez, the Hospitallers, where are they running to? I don't know. They're just running to death. Yeah, they're going after some squires here, but a lot of arrows are coming down. A lot of arrows flying through the air, ripping through that armor. Swordsmen now joining the fight, these Sicilian swordsmen, and this defense is crumbling so quickly. And the horde from Sicily going through the gate. And this is where things are getting out of control. They need to fall back. There's no way they can hold on for so long. He does have some squires defending this position here. This ramp that leads to the town center. That is a need. That's a must-do right there. His squires over here still kicking butt though, breaking the Sicilian infantry. Jeez, look at all those guys charging back in. The officer with the great large polearm, it looks like. I want to watch him fight for a little bit. More artillery coming in from the defenders, trying to support those troops who are holding back, defending the town center. Oh! The officer's down and he is dead. His unit's truly gonna lose morale. More cav coming in. Let's see how the fight's going over here. Yes, it looks, well, they're still holding. The Duchy of Saxony still holding against these Hospitaller knights. They might want to fall back. Even though they're having some success over here, they might have to focus their attention on the other side of the battle. Very cool. Oh, he's actually, yeah, he's breaking. Wow, he's going to break these guys. He brought so many of those Hospitaller knights, which a good way to kill these guys are with arrows because they don't have shields. So whenever you see them out in the open and you have archers nearby, just shoot them down. Shoot them down. Don't try not to kill them with the infantry because they'll excel in that category. A general's under attack. Oh, the king is under attack. He's gonna fall back there. Look at that. I mean, does this not scream medieval? Just seeing these knights right here and the castle in the background. That's just screaming medieval to me. Alright, so I hope they save their catapult ammo because there's a lot of enemy forces over here. We've got a lot of arrows. They're doing their job. A lot of archers focusing down this area. The city is just burning down to the ground. Oh, we got infantry support coming down. Reinforcements are here. Oh, wait, no, they're just going to stand there and watch you die. I think they're reforming a line. Yeah, they're preparing. Reform a line. Man, this is awesome. I'm loving this battle just because of the environment. Jeez, there's a lot of troops on the battlefield in this area. All right, so what do they have for troops? They don't really have much. This is why they need to fall back over here and just defend this single choke point. Oh, look at this. Look at this little alleyway. That's so cool. So he's got some high period sergeants watching the flank at this really cool arrow tower location. Oh, very, very clever from the attackers here. All right, so what they're doing is they're not engaging. They're using their arrows. Using their arrows to try to soften up the defenders before they charge in. But we do have some, let's see, what is this? Peasant bowmen. They're trying to give some support there. But they're peasants, you know? And peasant lives don't matter. They're not going to do much. No, they're going to do a lot, actually. Yeah, they're trying to fight back against those Muslim archers that are doing a lot of damage to those Norwegian soldiers. I love how it feels like every time you... Oh, look at that. That was awesome. Every time you're behind these the infantry, it just feels like they're always looking back at you. It's like some weird animation. Whenever an arrow flies by, they want to look back. I don't know why, you know? Like, dang, that was close. Where did that land? Alright, so the attackers are regrouping the Kingdom of Sicily. They are under a lot of fire. Get it? Fire arrows, fire. Alright, but his infantry, they're taking shelter behind the buildings here, which is always wise. And the fight still going on here. Amazing. But it appears that they've committed some Sicilian nobles to take out the infantry, which is always a smart idea. You can get a great charge against the infantry, and they're so vulnerable to cav charges. You just see the building in the back. Look at that. Look at that. Just balls of fiery justice crashing down into the buildings. There you have it. Sicily broke their defense, but now they're committing more. They're committing spearmen and a general over to this side. They're not giving up just yet. They're actually coming back. No, they're going for the gunners. The general is going for the gunners, guys. Oh, no, come on. I wanted a guy in the front line. That's all right. They got. Oh, that was still pretty good. Yes, they charged down the gunners. That is huge. Gunners are so good at killing defenses, but now they're committing in more cav. They're going to try to take out the defender's general, the Duke of Saxony. All right, he's fallen back. The gunners are breaking, but they might return. Swordsmen have now entered the engagement. Let's see how things are going in the front line. Oh, the keep is on fire. The keep is on fire. What is there to fight for now? Ego. Ego, that's what. Right now he's got the Orkney Islanders. These very awesome archers. Dodging. We're not really dodging, but that was a close hit there from the catapult. Oh, I guess they're out of ammo. No, they're not. Really, the main issue, and this is like 90% of the time when defending, the main issue is enemy archers, enemy skirmishers, because they're just so good at softening up troops. Oh, the general's going in once again, supporting the spears. It's kind of huge. Saxony kind of taking control of this area over here. Wait, is that Saxony? No. That's what I thought. I was like, this looks like Jerusalem. This is the French regiment. He's now pushing. He's getting ready to take out this flank here. The generals are trying. Oh, we got to push on this side. We do have some pikemen protecting this location. Oh man, this settlement's so cool looking. I cannot get over it. All right, they're not going to charge in first. I mean, you definitely don't want to rush into pikes. Oh wait, out of nowhere. Oh my God. That is so satisfying. All right, so that was the Duke of Saxony. That was a great charge. I wasn't even prepared for that charge. And he broke both units there. Saxony putting up a fight right now. He's trying to turn this one around. And the balance of power, it's in favor of the attackers, but they can turn it around, I believe. I believe they've got the infantry. They've got the skill. They can easily do that. I've seen great plays from these players, which is fantastic. Now the halberdiers pushing in. Halberdiers are helping out some swords over here, trying to crush this cav unit, which it looks like they are going to be able to do that. The thing that Saxony does not want to do is overextend his army. He wants to stay close together. He wants his army to stay together so they can support each other and make sure they defend all the flanks, because they don't want enemy forces getting around them. Because at this point, there are, well, actually, you know what? There's barely, actually, there's less. There's less attackers than defenders, so the defenders outnumber them, but still the balance of power is in favor of the attackers, so they must have a lot of quality troops. Uh-oh. Those pesky gunners are back. Fire arrows coming down. He's trying to break them. He's trying to break them. Okay, so we have infantry charging forward. We do have a unit of pikes from here, from the Duchy of Saxony. They're going to hold this choke point. The Templar dismounted knights are going to fall back, actually. It's a bit of a death trap, and I think they realize that. They can't really engage pikes. It's not a good situation for them. So if you're playing as the Kingdom of Norway, I'm really impressed by the performance of these Orkney Islanders. I'm sorry if I keep mispronouncing that. I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. But they're doing a great job. I mean, they've been really effective in this fight. I think it's a unit you should definitely investigate, you know, test out, try out. But he's going to fall back once again. That's a pretty good move there, kiting the enemy a little bit. Pikes down, and the Knight brothers are falling back. They can't handle the pikes. They got to rely on the skirmishers to soften up those pikes, which is not a bad thing. And again, Saxony continues to hold on this flank. They're near the arrow tower, so they do have arrow tower support. If I was the attackers, I would not engage. I mean, those are just catapult crew, so you could lose them. But the balance of power is, well, look at the men left. It's about even. Again, the defenders have a little bit more. And again, they're breaking. They are breaking, and the pikes are holding, guys. They're holding. I think they got this. Oh, here comes another charge from the foot condottieri. Whoa, that is awesome. How terrifyingly awesome. So they're fighting for that keep. Look at the officer with the purple cloak here. And that light blue shield. Archers are now focusing down the troops over here. They're trying to break them. I don't know. I think the defenders have this one, unless they have tons of troops. And look at, they're holding on this flank as well. Yeah, I think the defenders have this one. I think they're going to be able to hold a great combo of the pikes and the archers. Now, it's all about right here, though. If these guys, if they can break through the pikes, they might be able to just storm in and just crush the defenders. With that balance of power, every time that I think the attackers are out of this game, they always somehow claw their way back. Here comes the halberdiers. Now the halberdiers are joining. This is it. Whoever wins this fight, I'm going to call it, wins the battle. The overall battle. Oh, we got some Muslim archers. I think they're going to be taking their swords out. There is an opening here that they can go around. And I know I sound like a broken record, guys. Oh, the general's getting attacked by... Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Hold that thought. The general's getting attacked there, I think, by the artillery. Yeah, I think it was the Great Bombard just sniped the general. But what I was saying before is that I feel like I'm playing a standalone game when I look at, like, from this point of view, just looking at the buildings, it's awesome. It is really, I am really enjoying this buildings part of the mod. It looks great. And now we got the generals joining the fight. You know the battles become pretty desperate when you got to send in the general, the king of Sicily. Which, in the real world, you would never send in the king. I mean, there were warrior kings, you know, that fought in the front lines, like King Henry V of England. But if it's a battle that you were losing, you definitely don't want to send in your king, because if your king dies, then your country could die. I mean, chaos could break out. Who knows if you don't have an heir or something? So you'd probably just retreat and form another army, get ready for another battle. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe this king just doesn't admit defeat. So the defenders are pushing them back. Let's see. Oh, we got archers. Oh wow, perfect. Archers firing at the backs of the enemy, backs of the attackers. Now they're charging into melee, taking on the Muslim archers. All right, now we got more crossbows, more archers. They're firing at the defender's position. I mean, this is insanely close, guys. And look at this over here. We got spearmen in their square formation taking on pikemen who are in their pike formation. That's a very goofy situation. A very goofy situation. Oh, now the defenders are... Oh, they're getting a little too aggressive here. I mean, you do not want to charge down the attackers. I mean, he's out in the open. These crossbows are going to chew him up. Look at this. Look at... Why? Why, defenders? The Swiss, you brave Swiss. Oh, well, he might actually catch up to those crossbows. Nope, nope. Well, maybe. I think that general is thinking about charging into those halberdiers. Oh yes, the crossbows are going to take out their swords and fight the Swiss halberdiers. And that's not good, because now they're pinned down. And the general in the back. Why are the defenders being so aggressive? I guess it's because they don't have an answer to those archers. That's their only choice. A great charge with the general. So satisfying. I love the cav charges so much. Oh, what is this? Oh, enemy general dead. Wow, no, this general died. How did he die? The odds, that's really crap. That's bad luck right there. Oh, we got another fallen general over there. One of the defending generals. I think the defenders, they're super aggressive, but it makes sense because they don't have an answer for all those crossbows. So their only way of winning this is just charging out and trying to kill them, because if they don't, they're just gonna, you know, sit back and get shot to death. Another great cav charge in the back of the infantry. So I think the attackers are actually going to take this one. No, wait, the attackers are still outnumbered. Wow. They're outnumbered, but I guess, yeah, it's the peasant archers that are showing all those numbers, you know? The peasant archers aren't really going to do much. It looks like Norway's down to the heavy bow infantry. Their king has just died, so they're not exactly feeling, you know, their spirits are not high at this point. I think they're charging into some pavis, some crossbows. Oh my god, look at that armor. Jeez. That is some fancy crossbows there. Oh, yep, they're breaking. The forces are breaking. The attackers are storming the keep. And I think that's going to conclude today's battle, guys. What a great fight. I mean, that was excellent. I just want to give props to the person who sent this in. This was all over the place. Great tactics. Really close. I mean, this is the ideal battle replay right here, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think this was a really good one. So let's end the results and look at the kills here. I think the strategy for both armies were pretty good. You know, I was impressed with the attackers. They attacked at the same time. Now I do notice one of the names. The Kingdom of Jerusalem is commanded by Jokadale. I think he's pretty much a veteran. I'm pretty sure he definitely plays a lot, so I'm not surprised by the skill level of these players, but it just wasn't enough. His archers here for the Kingdom of Norway. By the way, the person who sent this one is Pusan. Thank you for the replay. His army did pretty well. His archers did pretty well. Some did pretty poor, like 29 kills here, but overall, I'd give them a good grade. His catapult getting 64 kills was pretty good. His infantry doing all right. One got 100, but nothing crazy impressive. And then looking at the Duchy of Saxony, his peasant bows did pretty poor, but they are peasant bows. One got 80, which is good. But yeah, you know, honestly, Saxony, it felt like they were pushing back the enemy. I mean, some of their troops got 94 kills, 76, 62. That's pretty good. But I guess it's a pretty even spread here. And then now looking at the attackers, we have the Sloth, who was commanding Sicily. Yeah, his archers did great. His cav did really good. Oh, wow. These the crossbows here, 270, that's great. And then Jokadale, he did well with his Hospitaller Knights. They're very awesome. Yeah, that was the best unit, I think. Even better than the crossbows. The crossbows did all right, too. So, yeah, that concludes today's battle, guys. This was a fantastic one. Really, like I said earlier, really close, really even, great tactics, and a really cool-looking settlement. So, if you enjoyed this battle, be sure to leave a like, a comment, share, and, of course, subscribe if you want to see more battles. So, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.